Hello honor students. We're going to do one type of word problem in this video, and I've got two examples for us. So here's the first example. A number is the product of 10 less than the number and 12 less than the number. What is the number? So as always, we start by defining the variable. Since we're looking for the number, we're going to let our variable x be the number. Then we need to write an equation. So everything in this sentence is a math word, so we're going to write an equation by just reading the sentence from left to right. A number is, so a number, that's x, is means equals, the product. So we're going to multiply, so whatever I read first is the first factor, the product of 10 less than the number. So 10 less than the number would be the number minus 10. That's 10 less than x. And, so the other thing I'm multiplying is 12 less than the number. So if I take x minus 12, that would be my number, and 12 less than that. So now I've got my equation. Alright, so now I'm going to solve. I have x's in multiple places and I need to get them together. So I need to multiply the right hand side out first. So I'll use FOIL. So first times first, plus outside times outside, so that's negative 12x, and I really don't need that plus sign there. Inside times inside, so that's negative 10 times x, so minus 10x, and last times last, so negative 10 times negative 12 is positive 120, and the right hand side of my equation is x. I'm going to combine these like terms here, so that gives me x squared minus 22x plus 120 on the right, and it equals x. So now I want all of my terms on the same side because I still have x's in more than one place, so I'll subtract x. So that gives me 0 is equal to x squared minus 23x plus 120. So we have solved quadratic equations that are equal to 0 before when we were finding x-intercepts. So all we need to do is factor. So in order to factor, when x is 1, which it is, when a is 1, the leading coefficient is 1, we're looking for a pair of numbers that multiply to the c value, which is 120, and add to the b value, which is negative 23. And once we find them, we're going to write our two factors as x plus the first number times x plus the second number. So 120 is kind of a big number, and if you're not sure exactly how to identify the factors, you could start making a list of the factors of 120. So 1 times 120, 2 times 60, 3 times 40, 4 times 30, 5 times 24, I did this earlier, which is why I'm doing it so fast, 6 times 20, 8 times 15. Now let's see, I need to add them and get negative 23. So I notice that if I take negative 8 and negative 15, those add to negative 23 and multiply to 120. So I'm going to get x minus 8 times x minus 15. Now I'm ready to solve, so I would set each of my factors equal to 0, so x minus 8 equals 0, or x minus 15 equals 0. One step to solve, so x equals 8, add 15 here, x equals 15. So I have two solutions. That means there's two possibilities. So the final answer is the number could be 8 or 15. So we finished that one. So the next question on your outline, I suggest you try it, and then the rest of the video, see if you got it right, check if you had questions. So here's the next example. Number is the product of 4 more than the number and 9 more than the number. What is the number? So as always, we define the variable. What is the number? We're looking for the number. So we're going to let x equal the number. And then we want to write an equation. So reading from left to right, a number is, so we let our number be x, and is means equal. Product, so we're going to multiply. The first factor is 4 more than the number, so 4 more than would be the number x plus 4. And, so the other factor is 9 more than the number, so my number is x, and 9 more is plus 9. Now I'm ready to solve the equation, and just like before, I need all my x's together, so I'm going to use FOIL to multiply this out. So first times first is x squared. Outside times outside is 9 times x, so 9x. Inside times inside is 4 times x, so 4x. Last times last is 4 times 9, so 36. And my left-hand side was x. Now I move the variable to the other side. Probably should have combined like terms first. So 9 plus 4x is 16x. 1x is 12x plus 36. And now that I have all of my terms on the right and a 0 on the left, just like when we're finding x-intercepts, I can solve by first factoring. And a is 1, the leading coefficient is 1, so I just factor by finding numbers that multiply to c, which is 36, and add to b, which is 12. So I need two numbers that multiply to 36 and add to 12. So right off the bat, I know that 6 times 6 is 36, so it jumps out at me that that's the answer. But if you're not sure, you can make a list of the factors of 36. So 6 times 6 is 36, and 6 plus 6 is 12. So I have x plus 6 times x plus 6. And once we have a product equal to 0, our solutions are when either of the factors equals 0. So we set each factor equal to 0. So x plus 6 equals 0, and the other factor, x plus 6, equals 0. And then we solve each of them. So I'll subtract 6 from both sides. So x equals negative 6. I'll solve this one, subtract 6 from both sides. X equals negative 6. So I got two answers, x equals negative 6 and x equals negative 6, and they're both the same. So that's okay. That means the solution, so we're going to state our answer, the number is negative 6.